do when you're in traffic?
I listen to Donna Fiducia on the radio.
Sit still, sit there. There's nothing you can do but stay there and sit there.
I think about how I'm going forward.
Just sit here, that's it. There's nothing else you can do. Just have to wait till the traffic and the lights move, that's all.
Meditate.
We have to wait, yeah, that's all.
Hear the music. That's about all.
I have to wait.
I solve problems, and I think of all pleasant thoughts of where it could be worse.
Route 1 is seeing some action in Menlo Park, especially southbound at Parsonage Road. If you're traveling right now at the New Providence Road light on Route 22, you'll hit a backup. But then farther westbound, 22 seems to be in good shape. 18 is already heavy down in toward East Brunswick, then moderate to heavy into Old Bridge, and our mass transit lines remain on time. And that's shadow traffic for WCTC. I'm Donna Fiducia.
What exactly do you do here?
Well, besides reporting, we have other information gathering systems, let alone the airplanes and the ground vehicles that we do have. We have what is called a shadow box, which is similar to a CB unit, except that we actually call from here, from this area. We're not actually in a car listening to a CB. But it works along the same line as a CB, but it's using a telephone. And you actually punch up on the phone a CB box, which is strategically placed around some of the New York areas, most populated areas, I guess, where we would hit most traffic reports and problems.
What stations do you broadcast on?
Well, I have 7 stations, a total of 7 stations, which ranges from Huntington, Long Island, to Sussex County, New Jersey, which is way up north in northern New Jersey, and everywhere in between. I have 2 stations in New York City, which include WOR, 710 AM, and also a WNEW-FM, which is 102.7. And it's very good because they're both very different stations. NEW is more a music-oriented rock station, and OR is an information station.
Are you live on the radio, or are you on tape?
Most of my stations are live. I have one station that sometimes tapes only because of time factors, because we have a certain schedule that we have to really adhere to, or else we'll really mess up, the other stations, because sometimes I'll have as little as 15 seconds in between reports.
Are you employed by the Shadow Traffic Network?
Yes, they are the employers, and I do some other work for other radio stations on occasion, but Shadow is our chief employer, and everybody who works for Shadow or who does Shadow traffic reports it comes out of the same central area that we are here.
Can you explain what Shadow Traffic is?
It's a network of a lot of information gatherers, and it comes into a central desk. And there are 2 coordinators at this central desk. We have about 5 airplanes and numerous ground vehicles.
How long have you been doing this?
Since we started, which was December 3rd, 1979. A little over 2 years, but 2 years and a couple months.
Have you achieved a celebrity status?
Well, I don't know if that's what you really want to call it. I might charge something, at Bamberger's or something, and people will recognize my name from the charge plate. But chances are, I don't really consider myself a star.
What's in the future?
I want to definitely stay in broadcasting. I'm very interested in music, but then again, I'm also interested in news. So I really haven't decided exactly what's going to happen. Maybe it'll just be a matter of what turns up, in the cards for me. I don't know. I ultimately would like to get into television and do news in that respect as well. And also, I've noticed that I do still enjoy music, even though I'm sort of not able to get into it as much as I was before. So I'm not really quite sure. Most likely, though, hopefully something in television. John, I know the feeling, what you were saying about washing your car. As soon as I wash mine, it's a surefire thing. It's going to rain at least the next day. Anyhow, we are really off to a very nice start today. We just have one thing to report, and it belongs to the FDR. Traffic northbound on that roadway is slow, leaving the South Ferry Tunnel, and the problem is a misplaced tractor trailer in the right lane. Again, it slows as you head between the 10s and the 100s, which is a pretty huge delay for this time in the afternoon. On the southbound side of the FDR, traffic is busy from actually into the low 30s. The problem there is construction, and you also can expect a half-mile back up into the Brooklyn Bridge. The Harlem River Drive and the Major Deacon Expressway are fine. If you're traveling on the southbound Bronx River Parkway, just south of the city line, we just had a report of a 3-vehicle accident. We are checking it out, and you will find the cars are over to the left-hand side of the road. And out on Long Island on the eastbound Southern State, conditions slow from Grand Avenue to the Meadowbrook. It's about a 2-mile delay, and the problem there is also a 2-vehicle accident being cleared. And that's the Brick Church Appliance Shadow Traffic Report on WOR.